I want to continue in our series now, the What Comes Next series. And in other words, what we're talking about in this series is what happens after discovery, what comes next. So many people get stuck on the actual affair event or the unfaithful partner getting caught. But what I focus on is the healing that needs to happen afterwards. What has to happen after the event is discovered. So that's what this whole series is about. And today I want to focus specifically on betrayed husbands. You know, so much out there in the betrayal world focuses on betrayed wives, but there is a growing number of betrayed husbands out there that do not get the attention that they deserve. And I'm going to be really honest with you. When I started this years ago, all of my free resources and my earliest group coaching programs were geared toward betrayed women who had unfaithful husbands. So I'm guilty of this as well. Now, I never knew that my business was going to grow to what it did. In the beginning, I was a betrayed wife. So I wanted to talk to other betrayed wives. And I think that's how a lot of programs kind of develop, right? But we cannot forget that there are betrayed husbands out there, husbands who have found out that their wives have had an affair or multiple affairs. This is what I want to say. If you're a betrayed husband and you have found this video, I want you to know that you really are not alone. It feels like it because if you're Googling things, everything that you're finding is probably geared toward the woman being the betrayed partner. And I keep saying when I find time, I'm going to create a special line of products just for betrayed husbands. And I promise you, I will get there. But for now, I at least want to let you know that I see you and I hear you. Your trauma is just as valid as the trauma of a betrayed wife. The issue is there's not a lot out there that talks specifically to betrayed husbands. So let me reassure you of a couple things here. Number one, betrayal trauma is real. So the trauma, the impact that this is having on your brain and your nervous system is very real, whether you're a man or a woman. Betrayal trauma is real. And the next thing I want you to know is that betrayal trauma doesn't discriminate. It's the trauma that we experience within our brains and our body is primal. It's primal. So it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't care if you're a man, if you're a woman. It doesn't care what race, religion, political side of the aisle you fall on. It doesn't care. So there's no discrimination when it comes to betrayal trauma. Because what is betrayal trauma? Betrayal trauma is the impact that finding out that somebody we loved, somebody we trusted, somebody that we handpicked, has completely destroyed our relationship. That's betrayal trauma and the impact that all of that has. So betrayed partners, again, whether you're a betrayed husband or a betrayed wife, you're going to experience the same symptoms because your brain is trying to process what has happened. Your nervous system is going to go into that same kind of fight flight response whenever you see danger, whenever you're reminded of what your spouse did, whenever you see something that reminds you of what they did. So how betrayal trauma affects us, it doesn't matter if we're a husband or a wife. Betrayal trauma hits us the same because of how we are wired. Betrayal trauma is unique, and I'm going to talk about that in another part as well. But betrayal trauma is unique because our whole past changes in the blink of an eye. As soon as you discover that your partner has led a double life, a secret life that you didn't know about, your whole past changes. That's traumatic. You know, we put betrayal trauma right up there with one of the top traumas an adult can experience. It's different than grief, you know, and when we talk about like parents who lose a child, I can't even imagine that. And my heart breaks when I hear stories about that. Betrayal trauma is a little unique because with betrayal, the past changes. When we're talking about the death of a loved one, as traumatic as that is, the past with that person, with that loved one, hasn't changed. You can look at pictures. I know it's painful, but you can look at pictures and remember times with that person. With betrayal, you look at pictures and they're dirty. They're confusing. They're objects that are now representing something that's horrific and that has caused you so much pain. So in the blink of an eye, the past changes when we discover a betrayal. Whether you're a man or a woman doesn't matter. Your past has changed. Plus, your future is forever changed. Now, this is where the trauma lines up, right? With a trauma like grief, because the future will forever be changed. So, no matter what trauma somebody experiences, the future will be different as a result of that. But there's not another traumatic event that I can think of that your past changes, unless we're going to go down the amnesia route, right? So, whether you're a betrayed wife or a betrayed husband, I really want you to hear me. The symptoms you are experiencing, the ruminating thoughts, that panic mode, all the PTSD, not sleeping, not eating, you see something and you're right back in that moment. All of that is real. And that's your brain and your nervous system trying to process what has happened. If you are a betrayed husband and you are struggling trying to find support out there, please reach out to us. You may not see it in my free courses, but we actually do work with betrayed husbands and unfaithful wives. And if you come to my webinars, it is gender neutral. When I'm speaking at live events, I'm always talking about both sides of this: betrayed husbands with unfaithful wives and betrayed wives with unfaithful husbands. So if that is you, please reach out. We do have a supportive community here for you. So thank you for watching. This is another video in my series of what comes next. And I am Beth Fischer, the creator of the Betrayal Trauma Healing Method. If there's anything we can do, please send us an email. support@yourfamilyneedsyou.com. That's our email address. And if you want to come to my next webinar, I host them every single month and they are free. Then check out the link in the description below. And make sure that you subscribe to my channel and follow me so that you never miss any upcoming episodes about healing after betrayal. All right, I'll see you next time. Take care.